My name's in lights above a rundown tavern.
With the guys from Dead and Devine, with Matt and Chris. Now, you guys have just released your brand new album called The Fanciful. Tell me a little about the experience of recording and what the new album should, or what should fans expect?
It's all you, big guy.
Well, I won't lie when I say that the recording process was really hard. And no, it was just it was raining all the time, and we recorded in Portland, Oregon. And I guess it wasn't the best season to pick to be recording. So we were basically sped. We'd go and we'd record all day, you know, for 8 hours, and then we'd go back to the hotel, and it would just be raining all the time. So we just sit there, and it was just extremely depressing.
Yeah, we'd order pizzas and just like eat ourselves.
And just sit and just watch. We watched, I think, the entire 3 seasons of the OC while we were there.
That's awesome.
Every day. But I don't know.
We get bombed on how nice the OC looked. We'd look out the window and be like, oh. There's a volcano in the distance. Yeah, it's for real.
So what made you guys go all the way out to Portland, Oregon to record this record?
Well, basically, we signed to Rise Records, and Craig, the owner, he referred us to Chris Crummett, who recorded Fear Before the March Flames, Drop Dead Gorgeous, and we checked out his recordings, and we're like, yeah, sure. So he decided, you know, he helped us get out there, and we recorded there. That's basically it.
That's really awesome. Now, talking about the new album, there's definitely a lot of variety on this album because you have a couple of acoustic tracks on there. And honestly, every other band that I've listened to that is similar to your genre, they never put acoustic tracks on there. So what made you guys feel like putting acoustic tracks on?
We're badasses, man. Straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
You answered the question right there. Go no further.
Well, I don't know. We're all big fans of a lot of older kinds of music, and a lot of bands, we're fans of a lot of bands who weren't afraid to step out of their genre every once in a while and have a little bit more variation in their music. And we didn't want to go into the studio and record, you know, 11 songs. We wanted to record a record. We wanted to record something that connects, and it shows body and you know, and difference between each song. And so we weren't afraid to, you know, take risks, and by doing certain things that we, you know, most bands of our genre wouldn't usually do.
Oh, for sure. And the nice thing about that is that it enables you to play acoustic shows, which you have done. I think in Toronto you guys played a couple of acoustic shows. Yeah, how did those go down?
In Burlington, we played at a store called Detox, and we did a little acoustic set, me and Chris. We'd never even done one before.
Yeah, we winged it.
And
did you guys practice it all beforehand?
Well, basically what happened was both our acoustic guitars were just, the ones that we have were just like, I don't know, they
decimated.
Yeah. So we literally went out to a music shop, rented 2 guitars, acoustic guitars for the day, went back to his house, and
jammed through the songs once.
Jammed through the songs
like,
once.
Okay.
And then went in and we just played, but it actually went really good. We were, you know, it was the first time we'd ever done anything like that, and we went into the store and we were totally expecting, like, you know, like our parents were coming and said, oh, you know, they're all stoked. And we were like expecting like 5 kids,
was it
maybe
200 kids showed up. I think.
Yeah, 200 kids.
They had the police there, like cutting kids off at the doors and like escorting kids out of the mall.
Inside of a mall.
Inside of a mall. Yeah.
No way.
And the lineup went all the way outside, all the way to the back store and around, and we were just blown away. We're like, this is a lot more intimidating than we thought.
So how did it go down, like the performance?
Well, basically, yeah, it went really good. Considering like Chris basically just improv'd everything, like, because we played the new song off our new record, To the Moon and Back, Babe. We played that song, and we played Goodnight Quiet City off our old record, and I'd always played Goodnight Quiet City like by myself whenever we did it live until the band kicked in and whatnot. So Chris basically just improv some lead guitar over it. He basically, because when we were at his house, he's just like, just making up riffs. And he's like, how's that sound? I'm like, cool, man. Sounds sweet. So we just winged it. But it turned out really good.
Yeah, it was really rad.
That's really awesome. But definitely for you, like when you sing, it's really aggressive and really like punch to your face. Do you find that like when you're on tour, because tours can be strenuous, does that affect your vocals at all? From going to that like extreme to the polar opposite, which would be kind of like nice, mellow vocals?
Well, I don't know. It's really weird. I've only ever lost my voice once, and that was actually in the studio. And I'm gonna blame that on weather because I'm amazing, but yes. But not actually. Sure. No, but I've never lost my voice on tour, and but I'm always afraid that I'm going to. But so far in our time being on the road, I've never had it happen, and you know, so it went over relatively smooth. there's no strain on my voice switching back and forth. Actually, when we were practicing, I was having a lot of trouble hitting the notes, and I was like, oh god, and I was so bummed out. And then, but when it came down to it, we started playing. It was fine. I think you need to be in that environment. Yes, exactly, in order for it to come out. Not sitting in his room while his sister's ex-boyfriend's sitting there playing video games, and you know, people are just running around, and we're just trying to, you know, work on stuff. But it turned out really good. So.